in the Bible, right? What happened to us was we was put into conditions, alright, because of our disobedience to God. So we want to tell our brothers that to stop being gangsters, rude boys. Not saying he's a gangster, but I'm just saying that we want to tell our brothers and sisters to love God again and come back to righteousness. That way your job will be easier. If you know what I mean? Like if we tell our people to start being holy and righteous, that's all it is. Like we're just telling our people to be righteous. But there is, according to God, the word starts to cut them because the word of God says he doesn't like it. He doesn't like this place. He doesn't like this place because it's been built up of blood. You understand? We know slavery, it's $24 trillion business. We know about the opium pandemic and in China, how Britain was making money off the Chinese, selling them opium. So we know how wicked that this place is. We're studied, we know history, you know what I mean? So we're just matching history with the scripture and saying how God is saying in Revelation that this place has to be obliterated and it has to be a new foundation, has to be put down with righteousness. And that's what we're saying. It's not like, you know what I mean? But if that's the bit that upsets me, you know what I mean? Because God's judgment. We don't want God's judgment. People want to stay here in this society in wickedness for all their life. They've turned the rainbow that God used for Noah for a covenant into sodomite stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like God is upset about that. That's his colours he's used to show. You know what I mean? He's not happy because he turned Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes and pillar of salt. So you got to admit that God has vibrations in the Bible, and that upsets modern day society. It does. Because they're not of God, they're of Satan. That's why we have to stand strong. Like, it gets a bit hurtful because we stand up for God and we're not with Satan. So that is what we're up with. We're on the side of the whole.
Listen, I'm not going to stop anyone from, preaching their religious beliefs, okay?
Again, we're not religious.
Okay. Your beliefs then?
Our beliefs system. Yeah.
Okay. So what I'll say is as long as it remains civil,
you mean
and the centre don't have an issue with it, because this is part of their bylaws.
Yeah.
So if they ask you to move on, then that's down to them. The only reason we turned up is because someone described it as progressive preaching.
Okay. That's
okay, so all I ask is to keep it as civil as possible. If you were going to move on anyway, that's okay.
You know what? We was if you walk by and you say you can see it, we don't want to mind saying it. You know what I mean? But if you're telling us that you want us to leave, Yeah, if you want us to leave, we'll leave. It's not.
Usually the people that we have permission around here, they usually give permission by the mall
okay.
to do so.
Okay.
You seem like civil gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
You know what you're really
Let them know that, please, that we're just being
I'll speak to them and see what they say.
Say they're being cool, yeah. Tell them we're trying to stop gangsters and drug dealers and gang gangs. Look at them, pop them and gang fight. We're trying to stop that, man. We're trying to tell our people to stop stabbing each other like that. Tell them that we're doing a good thing for the community. We're doing a good thing for the community. You know, in the Bible.
Hi.
Alright.
Hello.
Hi guys, what are you about?
Yeah.
What are you all about?
We're about being for our people.
Okay.
Alright?
They're not gonna like you really, are they?
They're not gonna like us. Because
You're like their worst enemy. Like, you're like their worst nightmare.
Let's get these.
Oh, is it?
Alright, let's get you.
Do your thing, guys. I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. I'm
Yeah,
not
we're
involved in
not
none of that.
religious.
Oh, you've got
We're not
Bible.
religious. Yeah, but that's because we've got power.
Okay, yeah. I'm more into like affirmations and...
James 1 and James 1.
How's it going here?
James 1:22.
How's it been going here?
Well, so far we've had people come up, and then that's good. That the fact you're here, that's a blessing. But we need to give you the word system. We don't want you to run off. We want you to hold it for like at least 5 to 10 minutes at least, okay? Just to hear the word of God. Alright? James 1:27. Yeah. James 1:26.
So this is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 26. If any man among you seem to be religious, and brideth not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart, this man's religion is vain.
You can't be religious now.
Yeah.
See that?
Can't.
I've got to go. Have a good day, guys.
You're not-
I know exactly what I'm doing.
So what we're doing is telling you, sister, you're an Israelite, right?
Can't.
Yeah. Alright,
Already know it.
Alright?
Running
Don't
away,
let
they
Terry
spirit.
wait for it. Don't let Terry wait for it. Yes, you saw the police in the drama. That's what we said about our sister, man. The daughters of Zion love the little episodes, man. They love to be on the TV screen with the dramas, man. You saw a little camera thing going on, alright? But that's how it goes. We know Israel already. But if we could have gave her a little piece of the word, let the Most High give the increase, man.
That's
Let her
right.
see what we're doing up here. And they're gonna come, you know. They're gonna come. They're gonna be like, oh, where are the men of the Lord? Where was those guys that were standing up against the police officers that was crying out for abominations, man?
That's right.
Get your precepts, but I've got one in the Isaiah chapter 4. Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man.
Exactly. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man.
That's right.
Saying, we will eat our own bread
We will eat our own bread
and wear our own apparel.
and wear our own apparel.
That's right.
Alright?
Only let us be called by thy name.
But let us be called by thy name. So in that day, that's what they're going to end up doing. You're right, sister, you're right? How you been today, sister? Did you hear what that said? Show them this. Look. No, we're not losing our voice. Read it again. Isaiah 4.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and we will wear our own apparel.
So in that day, women are going to come to the men of the Most High and say, yo, let us take away our reproach by you. Yeah? Let me read it that we want.
Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
So there's an understanding that God dealt with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, okay? And then, so Sarah, Rebecca, and Leah and Rachel, not to diminish our women, but they knew that they were in subject to their husbands, okay? So that is what's going to happen, and women are going to remember that they need men in the household. All right? It's not good being a single parent. But it's not just any man, it's men of God. Because remember, in the days of Noah, Noah saved his wife and his son and their wives. So what about the other women and their husbands? He didn't care about everyone. Remember with Lot in Sodom and Gomorrah, he saved Lot and his wife and his daughters. Okay? It's not a matter about what man you got. It doesn't matter about any man. It's a certain man you need to have in your life. According to Isaiah 4, and it says that the women shall take righteous men. Because without righteous man, how are you your people can just learn wickedness. And I mean, he can rob, he can steal, he can kill. Because righteous men will tell their children, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill. It's happening all over the world, wickedness.
No, but when's this happening?
Oh, when is that? In that day. That day is coming soon. Because what you're seeing is more volcanoes erupting. You're seeing more wars happening. Alright? You're seeing all these countries fighting, like Iran just let off missiles against America. Because America's setting up naval bases in Iran. Alright? Because there's a war on the sea right now for the oil. You understand? So that is what's going on. There's wars and rumors of wars. Russia the other day sent toxic agents into England. Well, this was like 2-3 years ago, when Russia was bringing out poisonous agents.
Oh, yeah.
Russia the other day, like a couple of years ago. These places have always been under wickedness and under wars. Yeah. So when these women start realizing, yo, I need to get a man of the Most High, I need to start keeping the commandments, they're gonna come onto righteous men. And in that day, these righteous men might say, you got so, I don't even want you. But you understand what I'm saying, innit? It'll be that day you're gonna want to see a righteous man. Because it's gonna be what it is, they're trying to take the Bibles out of the, you know how much hotels they're taking the Bibles out? You used to get a New Testament Bible on your pillow in the hotel. Alright? But now you don't get that one. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. We stand in security,
Alright, yeah.
and unfortunately, it's in breach of their bylaws. So
Oh, okay.
we are going to have to move on.
Alright, no, we'll read this for you and then we'll move on. Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell them to monitor the situation. As I said, because if you don't leave, we're just going to get called
You're
back.
gonna call back,
And you're,
yeah.
you're being civil. I've got no problem.
That's cool,
okay,
man.
but you are going to have to move on, alright?
Thanks a lot, officer, man. So we'll read this.
How long's that?
We're going to show you. We're going to show you.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 25. Agree with thine adversary quickly.
So we have to agree with our adversaries, okay? And whether we like it or not, you are a nation of Edom, you're the nation of Elam. We're the nation of Israel. So we have to agree with the people that are not of our nation. Yeah?
While thou art in the way with him.
So if we're in the way of your complex, so you're going to have your kingdom for now, but then the kingdom shall inherit by the Israelites, by us. We're going to run things here. We're going to be police officers, judges, school teachers, okay? And we will own the NHS system. We're going to be the ones to run things, okay? But go on.
Please at any time the adversary deliver you to the judge.
So we don't want you, the officers, to deliver us to the judges and the court system, so we agree with you.
And the judge deliver you to the officer.
Exactly.
And thou be cast into prison.
So we don't want to be cast into prison, even though we know we will be like Jeremiah, Daniel, Joseph got cast into prison. We're ready for that, because we will stand up for righteousness' sake. But for now, it's not that time. We're going to agree with our adversaries and we're going to pack up.
That's right.
All praises, honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Rakata, Kala, Kala.
Come on, Mr. Ryan.
Come on, Mr. Ryan.